Horror Show is an immersive experience with lots of characters, fab costumes, and a whole lot of live musical fun. Here to tell us more about how you can still catch this San Francisco tradition are Snaxx and Ryan Patrick Welsh from the Rocky Horror Show. Ryan, Snaxx, thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited.
Yes, you guys look incredible.
Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Yes,
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, honey.
Halloween, I love that. All of us Halloweens here at Live in the Bay. Really, really exciting, the Rocky Horror Show, a very immersive experience. So for our viewers who maybe never heard of this experience, give us an overall glimpse into what we can expect. Let's start with you, Snaxx.
Yeah, so it is immersive, and what that means is that the show is not just happening on stage, it's happening all around you, in every corner of the bar, including the bathrooms. In a safe way. You'll know. It's not a surprise. Toilet.
Yeah.
But it starts in our front room, which is kind of our smaller entrance space, narrated by the fabulous Ryan Patrick. And it moves through the bar and through the venue in a super unique way that I don't think anyone's really done it this way before, at least not that we've ever seen.
And is this horror? Is this comedy? What exactly can people expect as the host?
Yeah, Rocky Horror is this fabulous combination of like all of those things. It's like sexy, campy, weird, wild. Definitely horror, but it's like perfect for the holiday season, for like the Halloween, and like you get like this big fabulous queer experience, and you know, like queers and Halloween go so well together. This is like our power season, so like the Rocky Horror is an encapsulation of like all of that.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. So it sounds like the moment they walk in the doors, they will be immersed in this experience and they'll actually be able to participate.
Yes, it's like one of those things where I think people at first are almost a little jarred, where they're like, like there's like no escaping, and it's like immediately happening. So you watch people be like, whoa, okay, but like you give them about 15 minutes, and once they're in the main room, and a couple of drinks. No, it's really about the couple of drinks. I know you get a little beverage when you come in too, so that loosens them up, and then they get a little looser as it goes, and it just people start to get really into it. I had a friend who saw it who was like, you know, first act I was a little like, I'm in the back, I'm a little away, but then by act 2 they were like, I was up, I was singing the songs with everyone and like having the best time. So
and we do invite people to do that. You know, Rocky Horror is famous for having call outs that the audience does during the film version of the movie. People do that at our live show as well, and it's really fun to, as an actor, to get a different audience every night. We never know what they're going to yell, what they're going to sing along to, what they're going to cheer for.
Exactly.
So it's just keeping you on your toes as well as actors. So let's talk about the venue a little bit. I know that this venue is very special. It's been happening here at this venue for the past 2 years. But why is it so special to the Rocky Horror Show?
Yeah, so I mean, for me personally, not only am I a performer in the show, but I also work for Oasis. I'm the booking manager there. And Darcy Drollinger, who plays Frank, who owns the club. Coming out of the pandemic, we put this show on in 2021. And it was really an important show because Darcy has played Frank for many years with Ray of Light and at the Victoria Theater, but being able to bring it into his own space and bring it into his own home and welcome people back, you know, to doing shows and being around people again in this very immersive community way was really special.
Oh my gosh, that's
yeah, it's like coming to Darcy's home. It's like really, that's what makes the immersion like so extra special.
And what about the collaboration between the Oasis and Ray of Light Theater? How special is that?
Amazing. I mean, I think it's like, you know, Darcy had worked with Ray of Light for so many years before, and then being able to say, like, well, let's do the show, like, now in this place. Darcy became the sole owner of Oasis back in 2020, and so I think being able to be like, let's bring it into my space. Like, even when the director, Jason, was directing it, he was like, this production is so nice because everyone feels that, like, that way. Like, people are really, like, comfortable in that space, and so it's this place where everyone can really just feel free to be themselves, and people really connect with that, like after the show when they talk to us about it.
Totally. And Ray of Light always does really brilliant, innovative theater.
Absolutely.
But performing in a traditional theatrical space, there's limitations to how much you can really incorporate an audience when they're in seats and in a balcony. And so moving it into the nightclub was really fun because we were like, you know, kids exploring the space for the first time and saying, well, what if, you know, we had people dancing on the bar, not just, you know, on the stage, and what about in the bathrooms again?
Toilet baby.
We're really excited about the bathrooms.
Well, you guys are just so much fun, and I know these are characters that people are going to be able to experience within the show. So can you guys give me a breakdown of each of the very important characters that they'll be seeing during this performance?
Yeah. Well, I play Columbia. Columbia is just Frank's right-hand woman. I always think of her as, it's Frank's right-hand woman, which in a lot of ways I am for Darcy, and so it's nice to kind of parallel life
Yes,
that
you
way.
are.
Yeah.
She's also a showgirl. She likes to keep the party going. You may catch me sitting on the bar handing out free champagne if you can find me in the space.
Ooh, okay.
But yeah, I just think of Columbia as just, really trying to bring everyone in and trap them there so that no one can ever leave the
So
castle.
no one can leave.
Yeah.
It's all the fun locked up in one.
That's right.
Yeah, and I play the narrator, which I have a nice southern accent the entire time, honey. We have a real fun time with me, and I get to move throughout the space, and I kind of keep the show moving along and telling about the plot points, and mostly it focuses on Brad and Janet, who are this naive, young, freshly engaged couple who come and they end up at Frank's house because their car breaks down, and then a whole night ensues where Frank has made a new man for himself, Rocky, and follows also Magenta and Riff Raff, who are the other servants, and those are kind of all the main characters in the show. And
So much
Eddie, your love.
Of course,
Yeah, those
my
are kind of
love
all-
Eddie,
Yeah.
who's missing for the beginning of the show, and then we get to find him.
Oh, where does he come from? I know it's a mystery.
It's
We
a
won't ruin
surprise.
it.
I
if
can't
it's
say.
in there.
ruin the
No.
But even our ensemble is such a huge part of the show. They're such incredible performers and dancers, and they help move the story along as well. And they're the ones, even when action is happening on the stage, that are out in the audience.
Yeah.
And so you really do get to experience the show anywhere you turn.
Yeah.
So when and where? What are the details, and how can people still participate in the show?
Yeah.
It's happening at Oasis. We have a show tonight on Halloween, but it's all sold out. But we have
Can't come tonight,
Can't come tonight. Sorry, very exclusive. But we have 3 more shows this weekend: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There are tickets all available, and it enters at 6:30, 6:45, and 7 o'clock. So it's 3 different entrances, and tickets still available for all 3 of those.
Yeah, you can find it on sfoasis.com or go to our Facebook or our Instagram page to get all the details and get tickets. Yeah, we're selling so well that we extended, even though we were a little nervous because we were like, it's past Halloween, are people still going to want to come?
Yeah.
But
people
second, third,
still
and
want
fourth.
the
They want the
Halloween
spooks. I mean, we're about to get to full Christmas. I mean, Costco is already all Christmas out, and you're like, come on, just a little bit more, a little bit more. I know.
We've already been figuring out all the holiday decorations for the holidays, and
I
it's
know.
let's just enjoy Halloween first.
A little bit longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're extending the party just a little bit more.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. It sounds like it's going to be an absolute blast, and the two of you look incredible.
Thank
Oh,
you. Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Tuesday for us.
Just a Tuesday, no big deal.
Welcome to Snowball.
If you'd like to learn more or to get your tickets to the Rocky Horror Show, we'll have a link on our website at liveinthebay.tv. After the break, it's not all tricks today. We've got some sweet treats for you, too. We're chatting with the retro cookie lady and getting some lessons on how to make the perfect Halloween cookies. And as we head to break,